The Spanish courts approved their candidacy, they stood for election to the European Parliament, they won their seats with 2 million votes, but the 3 Catalan MEPs-elect were not permitted to sit in the European Parliament. 1 remains in prison in Spain, 2 are in self-imposed exile in Belgium. They have lodged an appeal with the European Court of Justice. In 2017, the 3 Catalan politicians were accused of rebellion, sedition and misuse of public funds, charges relating to the organisation of the independence referendum and the subsequent unilateral declaration of Catalan independence, which was held to be illegal under Spanish constitutional law. According to the Spanish electoral law, to be able to take those seats, the MEPs-elect have to swear loyalty to the Constitution before the National Electoral Board. As Oriol Junqueras remains in custody and Carles Puigdemont and Toni Comyn reside in self-imposed exile in Belgium, they failed to do so.
I think it's not okay, but the thing here is the politicians, we can't decide about the rules and the respect of the rule of law. And when we are talking about this, we are talking about the European electoral law, that it's applied in a national state, and to become member of the European Parliament you need to pass like a process in Madrid. They both don't want to go to Madrid because they are facing a justice process in Madrid, and for this reason they are not here.
There is an ongoing dispute, no doubt about that. There's a dispute in Spain, there's a dispute in the European Parliament, but the rules say that while this dispute is being dealt with, MEPs should be allowed to sit.
Many people are not quite aware of it, but a major part of how European elections are held is decided by the laws in the national member states. So each member of the European Parliament is elected, in fact, on a national mandate.
We think that the European Parliament should be sovereign, should be ever more central in European affairs, and that European citizens voting for the European Parliament should be represented by whoever they vote.
Probably it's not perfect, the justice in Spain, to be clear, as I think it's not perfect in the rest of member states in Europe. If the European Commission always is trying to underline the problems in the justice in some member states and is trying to say, well, in Spain the justice works, this is an argument, but a political argument of the pro-independence people, then you should try to think, well, if in 2017 I decide to have a unilateral declaration of independence and jam the rule of law, only because I had a majority in the Catalan parliament, and then I'm facing a justice process, a trial, we should think about that, no? This is the consequence of the thing that we did.
The Spanish government, the Pedro Sánchez government, has not changed anything about the political prisoners or the exiles, and nothing has changed about the dialogue or the resolution of the political conflict. They are denying the political conflict, as well as the Partido Popular's government was doing.
What we think is that the best idea is dialogue, taking the people out of jail as political prisoners, bringing them to the table, talking to them, and reaching a democratic solution so that people can vote and decide on their future. We think that's the best solution. So we will try to convince the government of Pedro Sánchez and the world at large that that's the best way to operate.
This should be desescalated in terms of emotions, and the trial makes more difficult this, but this is a reality, but we have to respect the justice. This is how the politics should work. And try political solutions. No?
While the Catalan crisis will have to be resolved in Spain, the right of the 3 Catalan MEPs to take their seats will be decided in Luxembourg. The test for Spanish democracy in Madrid and in Barcelona will be whether to respect the rule of European law, even if they don't like the decision.